What about metagaming?
Oh God, metagaming is hard. Okay, I think that there is an appropriate level of metagaming that is called strategy.
Yes. And it's a thin line. I think that's where people get confused, right?
Strategy is different than metagaming.
Mm-hmm.
As a party, you would know what your skills, especially if you're a party that's been together, you know what everybody can do, right? You've seen each other in combat. You've seen each other talking. You've probably slept on the road together for 400 nights. You know things about these people that you wouldn't know from the average person. That would be like if you and I got lost in the forest, I would know what skill sets you could bring, and you know what skill sets I could bring. None.
Exactly. We're going to stay lost until somebody finds us. Right.
Exactly. We would have a great time, but we would be lost. I think that there's a level of understanding that is called strategy, right? Mm. I know that you can cast X, Y, and Z spells. So while we're not in game and we're like, hey, I think you should do this, I personally don't think that that's metagaming. Mm. I think it's strategy. I think it's metagaming when someone is trying to make a decision and it is their character in that decision and you don't know any better. Like, you're not talking to them. They can't talk to you. You're in combat, whatever the case may be. There is a moment of that player has to make that decision and you shouldn't be telling them what to do. That's metagaming.
Yeah, and that's pretty much my stand. If your character isn't in a position that they understand or even hear what's going on, right, you shouldn't be saying anything. That's just me. Like, that part bothers me. But again, like, there is strategy to it, obviously.
Yes.
And I would just prefer it be done in character. If you were like, do you think that's a good idea? Maybe we should try it this way.
There's a level of, how do I say this without like completely... There's a level of metagaming that is just fun. So in my, hopefully my DM doesn't see this, but we have a chat of just players, like a private chat on Discord where while we're playing, we'll be like, oh shit, this is going down. Like, who's got Fireball ready? Who's got this ready? We're like, it's metagaming. Kind of, because we're out of character talking about what we're doing next, but it's really nothing like that's game changing. It's all like combat stuff. We're not like going around and using outside knowledge. Like, we're not like, this is where I think metagaming comes in. If you have played, I don't know, Waterdeep, let's just use the Waterdeep module. If I've played Waterdeep and now you and I are playing Waterdeep together and I know what happens and I'm telling you, Scala, make sure you cast this spell specifically on this person, that's cheating, which is metagaming.
Yeah. That's like the extreme version of it.
If you and I were like in a game and you were like a new player and you were like, holy shit, I have all these spells and I don't know what to cast. And I was like, hey, you have 3 really good options here. I don't see that as metagaming. I just see that as like,
that's more strategy.
It's guidance. Like, you also want to enjoy it, right? Like, my first ever, and the same DM, Ian, always told us, he's like, we play online and we roll real dice. There's no checks and balance system. And he always said, if you want to cheat, then you're just cheating yourself. Like, the game is designed to be fun. And if cheating is fun for you, then that's fine. Like, if you want to fake your dice and you want to cheat and you want to metagame, it's on you. Yeah. I don't like it at the table. I think it's annoying when people like sit in front of you and are like actively metagaming, and it's like, just like, be smart about it. Like, send a text message.
Yeah, that, if it doesn't hurt the story or it's not pulling the players like out of what's actually going on, I don't see an issue with it. But like you said, if you know the story already, right, that's different. And then at that point, I don't even understand why you would want to play it if you were just gonna,
if you already know the outcome. And I'm not, I mean, it happens. The other thing is, I think it takes away the autonomy of players, especially players who aren't like vocally as strong. Like, if I was just telling you, like, oh, Scala, do this, you'll never learn to do anything and make choices on your own. And then the next game you play where I'm not in it, no one's going to be making those choices for you. So it kind of, like, has longer term effects than just, It's also, it's definitely also, like you said, it's guidance. It's a coaching. So something like me and VTM where, we just finished up we finished our one shot.
But there was a point in which I was like, all right, well, there's all these tentacles. I feel like this vampire